Okay guys, show of hands. Who has had a horrible roommate? New show of hands. Who has been that horrible roommate? Don't lie. Don't lie. We've all been there. What? Okay, so many of you guys could possibly be starting college this month, or maybe next year, or maybe it's your second year at college, and you have not had a roommate before, and you're about to have a roommate. Or, hey, maybe you're like younger and you're like, psst, I'm 13 and live with my parents. This isn't relevant to me. Well, young Padawan, one day it will. One day it will be very relevant to you, so listen up. Excluding my immediate family members, I have collectively had 23 roommates. So I know a thing or two about roommates and how to be a good one. And of those 23, there have been both good and horrible roommates. Now, unfortunately for me, nobody ever taught me how to be a good roommate. So I learned the hard way that I was once a horrible one. Lucky for you, that's what we're talking about today. I'm gonna learn you some things about how to be a good roommate so that doesn't happen to you. Let your roommate know if you have weird habits before you move in. And if you're in a dorm, let them know first thing. Just like you wouldn't appreciate somebody failing to mention that they were an addict, you should probably let them know that you like to put your socks in the freezer so there's no surprises for anybody. For example, I know somebody who once had a habit of walking around without pants or underwear in public parts of the apartment. Didn't tell anybody about it though. Definitely something everybody would have liked to know before. Communal chores are one thing, but any mess that you make should be cleaned by you. You take a shower? Maybe don't leave your gross underwear on the floor. And maybe clean out the hair that you left in the drain. You cook yourself lunch? Clean it up. And maybe don't just leave it there to get moldy and grow tentacles. I once had a roommate that had a really bad habit of making mac and cheese, for example, leaving it on the stove and then going to their significant other's house for over a week. And here's the thing, I'm pretty sure they assumed that myself or one of our other roommates would clean it for them before it got really gross. But they underestimated the power of spite. You see, if you're gross enough and selfish enough to leave your food on the counter for over a week and expect other people to clean it up for you, you can expect to find that food in your bed when you get home. That actually happened. Keep your private matters in your private spaces. If you're older, you know what I mean. You see, one time, somebody had some private time in the living room when nobody else was home, and the next day, I'm walking through the apartment and feel something stick to my bare foot. Curious as to what this thing was that had stuck itself to my foot, I looked down to see a tissue that had been used during somebody's private time. Stuck to my foot because that person had left it on the floor. Don't be that person. Keep it in your room. Don't be gross. This might seem obvious, but it's not. In general, the rule of thumb is to keep your mess in your space. Keep your room as messy or cluttery as you want to keep it, as long as it's your mess. But don't be gross comes into play when maybe your grossness has escalated to a point where your room is starting to smell rancid. Something in your room is attracting a plethora of roaches. Or you've somehow started to grow a questionable thing that has begun to demand human sacrifices. See, then your mess is everybody's problem. So don't do that. Don't be gross. Last and most certainly not least, do not be a hypocrite with the house etiquette. You see, if you expect your roommates to abide by a very, very specific and particular set of rules that you thoroughly pitch a tantrum over if those expectations are not met, you better keep those rules yourself too. This one might also sound pretty obvious, but this is the one thing that time and time again I have seen in so many people. And it is by far my biggest roommate pet peeve. With practice, you too can master the art of becoming a fantastic roommate, even if you might not be the best one right now. And with luck, you won't get stuck with a horrible one. If you've enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down in the corner for more videos like this and like other stuff. Like this video, please share it with your friends' faces so you can relate on roommate things, or maybe share some knowledge with people who don't know any better. Passive-aggressively post it on your roommate's Facebook wall. And comment down below with your tips and tricks for becoming and mastering the art of an awesome roommatery. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Crystal. Stay awesome. Bye. Leave it there to get moldy and grow tentacles.
Say again, because I thought you said grow tickles.
Grow tickles? Tentacles.
Who's growing tickles here?
How does one grow tickles? Tee hee hee.